SEC fans, you better just look out because there might be a new challenge on your schedule, and it's a star with a V in it. How about the Commodores 13.5-point underdogs to the dark horse darling out of the ACC, which, by the way, if you're everyone's dark horse or even a dark horse, even Pry, I think, said after the game they may have let it a little bit go to their head. That's out of context, but he said something very similar to that about the hype getting to their head or something. But in all seriousness, Vandy, incredible. You almost blew it, but you got it done. Look, the game started off kind of slow, but Vandy, you came out. That defense, first off, Clark Lee taking over DC, incredible idea. Great job. That defense is fast, physical, flying around. I texted my friends in the second quarter. I was like, you got to watch this. Vanderbilt, like this, I have not seen Vanderbilt look like this. They were headhunting. They were foaming at the mouth to get that football. And Clark Lee's defensive identity is in there, which is incredible. Beck, OC hire, looks to be the right call. Bringing in Kill, also from New Mexico State with Pavia. Incredible call. I know firsthand what Pavia can do. And I remember seeing him, he's former Conference USA Player of the Year. It was kind of a transfer that just got lost in shuffle because no one really respects Vanderbilt. Not to be like offensive on that term, but no one really respects Vanderbilt. But I'm sitting there, I'm like, Pavia, Vandy, that's pretty interesting. And it came to fruition here. Pavia, 12 for 16, 190 yards, 2 touchdowns, 26 carries, 104 yards, and a touchdown. This dude dealt all game long. I am officially nicknaming him the Magician because you don't know if he's going to run it, if he's going to pass it, if he's going to hand it off. This dude is incredible at running this offense. He single-handedly won them the game basically towards the end. It was said in the postgame that Pavia actually approached offensive coordinator Beck and told him he wanted the ball in his hands. And for the next 6 plays for Vanderbilt to go tie the game after they went down after leading for most of the game, or pretty much the entire game, Pavia didn't even flinch. Just methodically led Vanderbilt down the field like it was nothing. And with 4 minutes left in the game after finally going down, when it looked like, and I got to give Vanderbilt credit here, when that happened, I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh no, like that's it. You know, Virginia Tech finally goes back up. This is usually like the air gets taken out of the room. The underdog, this is it. Like they're going to roll over. No, they punched right back in the mouth. And they're like, all right, we're going to match you. And Pavia led that down, no problem at all. Then you get the stop, and you get in field goal range, and you miss the field goal. But you go to overtime, and you got 2 plays, 2 rushes and 2 passes. Pavia's included in all of them. Touchdown. And then you stop him, and Drones, I'll give him his. In the second half, he did play very well, and then he cramped up and wasn't available right there in overtime, but I don't think it mattered. That game was Vanderbilt's. Like, I think Virginia Tech was genuinely surprised getting popped in the mouth by Vandy. I don't think they expected that physicality. I don't think they expected the athleticism. I think they very much prepared for someone like Pavia. They didn't really give him his flowers and realize how good of a player he actually is. And I can't remember, my brain does this sometimes, but I'm calling him the Magician moving forward. I'm officially nicknaming him now the Magician. Diego Pavia, the Magician, on this show. He is dealing. So we're going to look at this, okay? Like I said, you were finally up, and Virginia Tech outscores you 24-10, I believe, in the second half. The fact that they didn't flinch after going back down is still just so impressive to me. With all the stuff Vanderbilt's been through, and Clark Lee, there was this weird hot seat talk in the offseason. It's just there's not much expected from Vandy, okay? This is a win that breathes life into a program that hasn't breathed since James Franklin left. I mean, this win is so much bigger than people realize. The student section was stopping to let people in, or stopped letting people in at Vandy. Like, this game was massive for this program. Like, look, they're not going to win the SEC championship or anything. But still, the thing is that you look at their schedule now. I believe the over/under was 2.5 on the year. That's getting over. I don't see how it's not, especially with this win. Everyone thought Virginia Tech was going to come in and win. You got to take Vanderbilt seriously now. That was a team that was together. They played as a unit. They didn't even falter when they got punched back. And Virginia Tech got a surprise, and they got a lot of regrouping to do. Vandy, though, don't let it go too far. You still got a lot to prove. And with someone like Pavia, I don't think it's really going to go to their heads. Because with Pavia, he was even talking about how people talk about his size after the game, and he wants people to see that he's the best quarterback in college football. He said, some people said I'm a poor man's Trace McSorley. I'm there to play how I want, play my game. When you stop, then you can talk. I love it. The Magician is here to deal at Vandy, and they're going to end up getting someone. And just hope you're not one of them, because Pavi is going to do it to one of y'all. Skinner's going to do it to one of y'all. Alexander's going to do it to one of y'all. That defense as a unit is physical. Clark Lee, I love what I'm seeing. How about them Commodores?